see the prophets out here with the gospel, you think that we playing or something. You see the army and yeah, we the sons of God and we stand for something. Israel, prince to have power with God and man prevail. You know the Israel that flex on them. Heathens they mad cause I know why they raging. They know the most high God gon' step on them, step on them, step on them, step on them. Step on them, yeah. Step on them, yeah. Step on them, 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 yeah. Step on them, yeah. Step on them, yeah. Step on them, yeah. Step on them, 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 step on his arms, step on his legs, step on his chest, step on his head. Let me just beat him in back of the head and remind him about all of the things that he did. How that man did me in front of my children, how that man killed me in front of my kin. Wait on that no weapon formed against me. They did it before but won't do it again. Only did that cause the wages of sin. Now that I got me a chance to repent, getting no scripts, may I vent. We up next, excuse my French. We the ones tossed like a ball in the sea. We the ones came over here in no ships. Back got whipped, did you read Willie Lynch? Deuteronomy 28 is proof in the scripts. I keep laws on my lips, I'll be aware of offense. Stay in the scripts, that's my defense. On Elohim, yep, I depend. Go to the streets, tell them to come in. Pull up with 1611, I'm not playing golfer, but I put a hole in one. I pull up with prophets, ain't talking about chopper. We using the Bible to shut up the scoff. You see prophets out here with the gospel, you think that we playing or something. You see the army and yeah, we the sons of God and we stand for something. Israel, prince to have power with God and man prevail. You know the Israel that flex on them. Heathens they mad cause I know why they raging. They know the most high God gon' step on them, step on them. Step on them, yeah. Step on them, yeah. Step on them, yeah. Step on them, 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 yeah. Step on them, yeah. Step on them, yeah. Step on them. Hey, I give him a praise. I'm feeling like John, cause I'm in the spirit on the Lord's day. Used to be like Kunta Kinte, a runaway slave. Now I behave. Yeah, that used to be me. Now with thousands of prophets who teaching the gospel and putting this work in the streets. They like, wow, look at their faces. They like, wow, look at this nation. Esau going right back in these shackles. Esau going right back in them cages. If he don't, then we gon' make him. Read in the law and it said we gon' take him. Read in the law and it said we gon' chase him. Read in the law and it said we gon' break him. Don't think that I'm only just talking about Esau. Just know that I'm talking about all of these nations. Sons of God, they see that we famous. Patient saints, they see that we blameless. Christ is coming, they know that he angry. Coming from Basra, his garment ain't stainless. It's already written, I wouldn't even change it. Spoke against God, should have been shameless. Hey, shalom family, keyed up. Christ is coming, the chariots running out for that horsepower. Heathens mad at us cause they gon' die just like they forefathers. I ain't worried about what I ain't got, if I ain't got it. I know that my God got me, I look like my God daddy. Even on my bad days, they like this brother still happy. I got friends of the amendment, I know that they still got me. Even though I'm righteous, dog, I'm not about to come against my God and break his laws. Curses on this for a wonder and a sign out. How you gon' know what that is unless the sign out? How you gon' know who you is until you find out? You hear the prophets on the block when they crying out. They got their feet up on our neck and Judah more than doubt. Israelites abusing grace and now it's running out. And you can't serve the Lord in sin and he gon' spew you out. You got hatred in your heart, bro, and it's seeking out. Hey, let me get around my people, the devil roaming around. Say they my family, that's my orders, I'm gon' hold them down. Hey, they might think we prostitute me, hold these corners down. That's word of mouth, we cry loud, we bring the scriptures out. Let's go for once some sympathy, but we ain't sparing now. The truth, it ain't for everybody, we only came for ours. I looked the devil in his eyes and told him he's alive. I serve a God that can eat and smell it, he's alive, so be advised. Wake him up, my people sleep. 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 Make him say, like I'm Master P. These laws is a masterpiece. He chased it, told me love it, understand it. He came after me. He told me shut my mouth and get my seat and how to keep my feet. Switch it up, these nations on their knees, screaming, Lord, please. Please forgive me for my father's sins because it wasn't me. Lord, do it. Turn up. So, God, you can like know we gon' chop. If you don't know, but we with it, chop, chop. Who want it, chop, chop. Come get it, chop, chop. The work it won't stop. We on every block like we playing hopscotch. We waking up our people, man, because they have not. Keep up.
Seen a good thing. I ain't never seen a good thing. I ain't never seen a good thing. I ain't never seen a good thing. Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth. I ain't never seen a good thing. 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 Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth.
Straight out that north, they know me well on my side. Ironic, my name from the Bible, but they raising hell on my side. Stricken with poverty, I only profit be the illegitimate kind. Watching for the cops, watching for the ops, never know which enemy slide. I can't give my life to the streets, I know I'm really trying to give it to God. Son waiting that they pray for me now. I gotta be there for him and provide. Bring your trip, don't wanna see me alive, so I gotta keep the stick when I'm riding. Joseph telling me repeating I'm trying, but how I'ma win with this shit in my mind? No, I'm chosen, I can feel it inside, but how I'm supposed to leave my niggas behind? Can't help it, admit that I'm dealing with pride. I know they gon' say that I switched and I'm high. Know how I feel, need to quit with that line. I told them if they don't repent, they gon' die. Every time I pull a script, they look me in my eye and say I ain't really they got it, telling me
I ain't never seen a good thing. 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 Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth. I ain't never seen a good thing. 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 Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth.
I'm from the streets where that life it be grimy. I got that project life all up inside me. Got me a couple of goons that's behind me. I stayed on the block, you knew just where to find me. If it's forgot, I was quick to remind them. You know exactly what we supplying. We're slanging it happily until we die and avoid you an accident. It's best you ain't try. If it's that gutter, I called it that life. Didn't give a damn about paying the piper. Came from the dark, had to switch to that light. Learned me some laws, had to switch up the side. Now I'm switch, only slanging them scripts. Sipping milk, come and get you a fix. Getting built, never waving no tilt. Serving knowledge, come and get you a meal.
I ain't never seen a good thing. 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 Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth. I ain't never seen a good thing. 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 Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth.
Selling drugs on the block to teaching our people things they forgot. Growing up, I ain't have a lot. Now I found out the world is mine. Now I found out that I'm the one that good things never came from. In the streets where it's no love. From the concrete to rose grow. I was going down the wrong path. Knew the trap was a real trap. And you witnessing the aftermath. This is where it all happens at. Trials gave me a cold heart. Now I found me a new start. Now it's only right I do my part. Nazareth ain't too far.
I ain't never seen a good thing. 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 Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth. I ain't never seen a good thing. 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 Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth. Come out of Nazareth.
They screaming peace when there ain't no peace. Israel prophesying in the streets. Look at me, the center of attention. Black Messiah coming with a vengeance. Coming with a vengeance. Black Messiah coming with a vengeance. They screaming peace, it ain't no peace. We prophesying in the streets.
We seeking peace in the streets of Babylon. Brandon Glock 40 tucking heat like a carry on. Sinning against the fathers, got him sleeping, not napping on. Christ the King revealed, that's Ariel phenomenon. Kicking against the priests, lose your soul when that fire come. We purified, better than gold, got my Bible on. And that's all that I know, when Babylon gon' fall, watch it blow, ayy. Switching it up, the nation's gon' drink it, I'm talking the cup, don't care what you thinking. Believe in the gospel, the God is thinking. The fires of heaven gon' gather for dinner, the ear of the flesh, the wicked, the sinner. Your mama, your sister, your daddy, your cousin, if they issue. If they mind, they don't repent.
There's peace when there ain't no peace. Israel prophesying in the streets. Look at me, the center of attention. Black Messiah coming with a vengeance. Coming with a vengeance. Tire coming with a vengeance. They screaming peace, it ain't no peace. We prophesying in the streets.
IUIC, see we in the streets with it. Beasts with it, we the kings and the priests with it. My people sleeping, got them dreaming in the sheets with it. So we spit that holy fire, bringing heat with it. We out here fighting for better days. Most sins make better slaves. Gotta come together on the 7th day. Lose 11 and I levitate. 1 plus 11 heaven gates. 12 tribes, no reprobates. Kingdom come, I can never wait. But the pages saints never separate. Christ coming back with a legion of them angels. Picture perfect prophecies, trying to find my angle. Hung from a tree and they watch his body dangle. So the vengeance of the Lord coming down, you in danger.
They screaming peace when there ain't no peace. Israel prophesying in the streets. Look at me, the center of attention. Black Messiah coming with a vengeance. Coming with a vengeance. Black Messiah coming with a vengeance. They screaming peace, it ain't no peace. We prophesying in the streets.
Golden wedges of Ophir. Look at here, we the prophets of the Most High, the only God I fear. Killing your career as a Christian, shed a tear. Jesus take the wheel, I'ma let the scripture steer. Steve up interpret dreams, but I don't think he could imagine it. See in the last days, Jacob told him this would happen.
And we letting loose, we some loose cannon. Basic saints on the scene, and this kingdom we commanded. Purple and gold, no LeBron James. With King Christ, we gon' see better days. Now you not free cause you got money, you a slave. The Most High on his throne, but holding all our ways. They screaming peace when there ain't no peace. Israel prophesying in the streets. Look at me, the center of attention. Black Messiah coming with a vengeance. Coming with a vengeance. Black Messiah coming with a vengeance.
They screaming peace, it ain't no peace. We prophesying in the streets. Mr. Israel, bring that fire out.
Yeah, this world is so wicked, it got my mind gone. But we been flipping through scriptures, it got my mind blown. And since we back on the mission with our forefathers' traditions, and we been painting the pictures like the time drawn. Yeah, this world is so wicked, it got my mind gone. But we been flipping through scriptures, it got my mind blown. And since we back on the mission with our forefathers' traditions, and we been painting the pictures like the time drawn.
I didn't tried in that fire and made it out.
Welcome back to another week of
Let's Talk Truth.
Today you got myself, Officer Emmanuel,
Officer Baruch,
Officer Ezra,
Officer Jonah.
and today the title is Trap and Die. You know what I'm saying? I know when I was growing up, you know, I was a little kid, but you know, I had my MP3 player, my CD player, all that.
Right.
One of the hottest rappers out was Young Jeezy.
Hey. But why?
And he had a, I guess you could say legendary in the hip hop world, a mixtape series called Trap or Die. So I was talking to the officer last night. I was like, man, dude really can't rap. He really don't look like nobody really desirable. You know what I'm saying? Like, he not appealing. But like that message, like the push to the community, like trap or die.
Right.
Like I know the white man was like, oh yeah, we're gonna use it. That's why he just his career, he got longevity. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
For real. So hey, I don't know. I don't think there's no coincidence. You know what I'm saying? But that message right there to our people, trap or die, we done literally took that on full-fledged. Like, if you ain't trapping, if you ain't at least trapped once in your life, you ain't lived life.
Wow.
Come on, man.
Like, everybody got to get a piece of that trap. You know what I'm saying? And if you trap, understand what that word means. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you consciously apply a word without consciously understanding what the hell the word, like you a trap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Why would you do yourself like that?
But why?
You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But that lifestyle only leads to death. It only leads to death or jail.
And God is not going to
period.
hold you guilty for that.
And all our people, that's what we idolize, that's what we love, that's what we aspire to be, but it's only a trap. Right. Literally. Yes. So before we get into that, y'all know we got the warm up. Make sure that y'all like, share, subscribe, call in today. All right, 833-878-7234, extension 7. Right. Again, it's 833-878-7234, extension 7. All right, make sure y'all share it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, whatever. Tell your mama. Send it to your dope boy cousin.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
sir.
For real, let him know he gonna die if he stay in a trap, just like a mouse. Right. But anyway, so let's warm up real quick before we get to that. All right, let's get the warm up video.
It says Wisconsin officer allegedly caught on camera planting drugs on a black man. Damn. It's a video, ain't it? It's not a video? Oh, okay. A black man is accusing a Wisconsin police officer of trying to plant drugs on him during a traffic stop and alleges to have video to prove it. The man, who goes by Glock Boy Savu, or is it Savu, on Facebook.
The man go by what?
Glock Boy Savu.
He go by what?
Glock Boy Savu.
But you know what? I'm not going to assume that he doesn't have a legal license to carry. So I'm going to just leave that alone.
Right. He doesn't sound like he's involved with drugs at all.
Hell no.
Posted a Glock Boy Savu on Facebook. Posted a non-viral video showing now viral video showing. I thought that
Man.
Showing what appears to be a traffic stop in progress and captures a potentially incriminating moment. According to TMZ, the officer is from the Caledonia Police Department and approaches the car quickly while tossing something into the back seat. The person taking the video, who appears to be Savu, questions what it was. The camera person then jumps into the back seat for a close-up shot of what appears to be a little baggie, possibly of drugs. The clip is only 16 seconds in length. The clip.
Slow down.
Ooh, so the video's been deleted.
We got to show that.
First time ever seen copy. Oh, my bad. Where we at? Yeah, no, I did this already. The camera person did. You got the video? Okay, play it for us, y'all.
We don't have it.
But anyway, so
Right.
now y'all know we hold the black man accountable on Let's Talk Truth.
Right.
You know, we ain't with no nonsense. We know we don't support or condone any drug activity. But Esau can never just be innocent. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Esau can never let us do bad by himself. For real, like, he gonna throw some evil in there. It could be a black man. He might be on his way to go get some drugs, but he ain't got nothing on him though. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He innocent at the moment, and Esau's like, damn, this
Dr.
nigga don't got nothing on him.
I got a
I'm
pin
gonna
him.
put some on this nigga because he look like he ought to be detainable right now.
Right.
This is America.
For real, hey, that's some real deal hatred right there, man. For real.
That's right.
Play the video.
Hey, bro, what's that?
What's what?
That you just threw in here.
What word?
I got you on camera, bro.
I got you on camera. We're all good.
Hey, bro, you just threw that in here.
Yeah.
Did he say yeah?
Come on now, dog.
Dude is the devil, man.
That's crazy. Hey, get Psalms 10 and 8. So, like, when you read the commentary, they were like, you could tell the police was nervous about it. Like, that was probably like his first time having to go on that mission, like an amateur at doing that. You know what I'm saying? So he not knowing, like, damn, this nigga gonna have me on live. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I just did it. I mean, you know, that's what we do.
Stupid.
Get Psalms 10 and 8.
The book of Psalms, chapter 10 and verse 8. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages.
What do the white man do?
He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages.
Right, that mean he posted up in them cuts trying to pull a Negro over. Go ahead.
In the secret places doth he murder the innocent.
Uh-huh.
His eyes are privily set against the poor.
Read.
He lieth in wait secretly as a lion in his den.
Uh-huh.
He lieth in wait to catch the poor. He doth catch the poor when he draweth him into his net.
When he draw him into his net. And that's going into the trap. You know what I'm saying? But that's what the white man do. He sit and lurk and wait to pull you over and to capture you and detain you. And if he can't detain you, he gonna make a way. He gonna make a way. Because the think about if you live that type of lifestyle, right? And you could be thinking like, I know I ain't got nothing in here. But you was unaware of them planting something in your car. And they find something, you like, damn.
Come on, man.
I forgot to check that spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you legit think you
Wow.
left
Right,
something.
right.
You know you be living like that. Not knowing that they really did plant something in your car. You know what I'm saying? So,
Wow.
I'm telling you, bro, like, we dealing with the real deal devil. We really got a real deal adversary.
You know what this made me think of? What was it, the 1980s when they decided to bring trains with guns and drugs into our community?
Right.
And then come back weeks later and say, it's a war on drugs, meaning it's a war on the black and Hispanic man. They the biggest threat to America. We got to get them out of
Right.
here.
Exactly.
But how they get drugs from Cuba? How they get drugs from all the way across the world? But now that y'all brought them over here, and it's documentaries where they're admitting to doing this now. But that don't make up for all the lost time of our parents that, you know, had parents that was in jail, or our parents that was in jail, whatever the case may be. These people they devious as hell.
Hey, they sneaky devils, man. Y'all gotta know the scriptures tell us that we can't trust our enemies. And that's the mindset. We know we can't trust them after all this killing and stuff. That's why he had to pull his phone out and go like, look at this guy. He pulled it out right in time.
Come on
like
now,
you were saying,
dog.
like if he didn't pull it out, he would have got trapped for that.
He really didn't pull it out right in time. But luckily, the police admitted to doing it.
Well, that too,
'Cause
yeah.
it would have just looked like, nigga, you just trying to say he did that. You know what I'm saying? That the bag was already right there. Like, he didn't catch him in the act, but he caught him on camera admitting to saying that he threw it back there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that part was
It show him throwing it though, and it fly in the back seat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, play
okay.
it. Play it one more time. And then he admitted.
Damn.
And he probably gonna get a slap on the wrist, and that's it.
Paid vacation.
Paid vacation. Oh, he didn't know better. Gonna pull it over.
Hey, bro, what's that?
What's what?
That you just threw in here.
What you just?
What word?
I got you on camera, bro.
I got you on camera. We're all good.
Like, and then he said, look, and then he said, I got you on camera. I got you on camera. So
Come on,
you recorded
man.
yourself throwing that?
Wow.
You're an idiot, man.
Yeah, but our people so destroyed, they'll see that.
Rookie.
Our people so destroyed, they'll see that and still not know who the enemy is. All these things they continue to do to us, but I still love them, though. We can still hold hand to hand. These people don't love you.
Hey, yeah. That's smooth you saying that because, you know, we know about the prison pipeline. So if he escaped that, we got to get him another way. We got to plant stuff on him. We got to say he did this. Oh, he tried to hit me. All this stuff happened, just like they did with Sandra Bland. They tried to put something on and murder her in the prison.
Hey, real
Same
quick,
way.
get Jeremiah 49:10 to go with Officer Jonas said, like, they doing everything in their power, like, inadvertently to show you that they your damn enemy.
Right.
Like, they really trying hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't forget, I hate you, nigga. Look, I'm playing weed in your car. Like, nigga just refuse to see this thing, man. Look what God said, man. Read.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 49 and verse 10. But I have made Esau bare.
Esau is the so-called white man. Esau is the guy that just threw the weed in the back of a black man's car. God said, I made Esau bare. Read.
I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself.
God said he not going to be able to hide his hatred for God's people. He not going to be able to hide his evil that he do to God's people.
Right.
It's not going to be hidden anymore. The wicked going to be revealed. That's made Esau bare. Go ahead.
His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not.
And then he going to be destroyed. So look, hey, I'm telling you, man, look, he putting it right in your face. He's bare. He's not hiding. Message. He ain't hiding about it. He's your enemy.
Right.
All right, so look, let's get into the topic now. Pull up the video I posted with T.I. So the topic today is trap and die. When I was probably about, I'd say about like 6 or 7, I started hearing rappers use that word trap. Before that, you know, we had like, you know, it was about the grills. You know, Houston was popular before that, like swinging down 84 in the trunk, da-da-da, and all of that. But then you had T.I., Jeezy, and all them Gucci Man come out with trap. You know, and it was like, what's that? But it was about, you know, basically being in the hood selling dope. And, you know, T.I. came out with trap music. Jeezy came out with the Trap or Die. What Gucci come out with? It was like Back to the Trap House, something like that. So, yeah, they started pushing that wave, and it never went away. Like, it gave birth to a lot of the rappers that you see today. Message! And it's been embraced, you know, in our culture. And, you know, even like before the trap music era, you know, crack went rampant in the 80s.
Crack is whack.
So these is the people that's rapping about it, making these albums, is crack babies. You know what I'm saying? Like, they grew up, like, seeing it firsthand. You know what I'm saying? Like, having the effects firsthand, and they grow up and they glorify it. Like,
Come on now, dog.
There's some Smitten with Madness stuff right there. But this is how they're able to defend trap in a, you know, because it's like, y'all really like, basically, they're trying to hold the brother accountable. Like, do you understand, like, what you started and what you're glorifying and all of that? And it's basically deflected into, like, no, this is our truth. We're just expressing our truth.
But why?
Wow.
So watch this. Play that video.
Explain why. I know, but make it dummy proof. Why the criticisms of trap music, especially in the era of where people will pay money to see a movie on Netflix or a Hollywood movie that glorifies sex, that literally glorifies sex and violence, without any redeeming value.
Mhm.
They won't judge that, but they'll judge music made by people who are using the music as a means to get out of a situation.
Well, what I will do, because I can't really justify or I can't explain nor excuse why they feel how they feel.
Understood.
You dig? Of course, it's been criticized. I understand that people don't understand it. However, we are refugees of the war on drugs. You dig what I'm saying? When you understand that we didn't put ourselves in that situation, none of us really had much of a choice than to walk outside and be bombarded with crack, cocaine, and heroin, and you know the things that and guns and violence. You dig? When you understand that the Contra scandal was an operation that was intended to cripple and destroy people of color in the underserved inner city areas of society. That is why cocaine was turned into crack. That ain't nothing that no nigga just stumbled on.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? I don't give a damn what Snowfall say. Didn't no nigga just stumble on that. It's a part, it's a couple steps they, you know, I love the show.
That's a good show. I enjoy it.
I love the show. I enjoy it, but
they know movies and TV.
That shit was made in a laboratory.
Yeah, you know.
That shit was made in a laboratory. You dig what I'm saying? Ain't no nigga just got there. Oh, let me fuck up some cocaine and some water. And let's see what happens. Let's smoke it. Let it dry. Man, come on, man. Ain't nobody did no shit like that. So that was put there to destroy us. We endured it. We survived it. And this is our celebration.
Exactly.
Look at us as war veterans.
Yeah, he talking.
Okay?
Veterans of the drug war.
Yeah.
Cap.
What he?
Hey, come on now, dog. Come on,
I ain't
man.
think he was gonna go all the way.
Stupid. Nah, cause he was going right, just to like.
Wow.
The hell is this?
Yeah, Deuteronomy 28:16.
Man.
So what he was saying
All
was
day.
exactly right. It was definitely on point as far as it was manufactured in a laboratory. It didn't just come out of nowhere. It was all planned. It was all crafty counsel of the enemy, without a doubt. But if you know that it was planted as a curse in our community, then what the hell do you mean we're celebrating it by continuing to do it and glorify it?
Come on now, dog.
What sense does that make?
Right.
Stupid.
None.
That is psychotic. That's some post-traumatic trap
Right.
syndrome. that should have been
Right.
I read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the
So
field.
God said that we was going to be cursed in the city. We the people that suffered the war on drugs, the crack epidemic and all that. Where did that come from? That came from a country not in America. And we ain't had no damn passports. We wasn't traveling out the country.
Right.
We wasn't sending boatloads like rappers talking about they doing it.
Hell no.
It wasn't happening.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The white man brought it over here, dumped it in our community, and put us on it to lock us up and destroy us and murder us and kill us, because it goes back to the curses. God allowed that to happen to us because of our disobedience to his commandments.
That's
With that being
right.
said, you know, if I know, like, this is a destructive mechanism against my people, like, I don't understand. Get Ecclesiastes 7:7. I don't understand how I'm going to turn it into a celebration.
Come on
That's
now,
just
dog.
like, he don't understand what he, like, to be as intelligent as he is. They're like saying, you know, slavery, right? I guess that is the logic.
That is.
Like to celebrate July 4th and stuff like that. Like, we were slaves. You know what I'm saying? Getting beat, whipped, raped.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And work, free labor, all of that, right? And, you know, instead of doing something about it and trying to liberate our people and excel and build our people up.
Right.
We just gonna celebrate slavery by embracing all of the white man holidays that he instituted while we was in slavery. Maybe that's the logic. That's just the breakdown.
Stupid.
I agree with you, Cal.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
That's how you know these brothers not wise. You not wise. You rapping about this, you glorifying this and all of that. When you know it's oppression, but it makes you want to turn off. You know what I'm saying? like it make you want to hit the booth and go to the club and make a banger about it. You know what I'm saying? To encourage your people to continue do it. There's no wisdom at all.
Like, where's the logic?
You gotta be a damn fool. Because oppression makes a wise man mad.
Right.
That's right.
They put this dope in my community. I want it out.
Right.
Get it the hell up out of here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But no. All right, because we're dumb. We're not wild. We're dumb as hell.
Stupid. Right, and then he tried to push it, which we know that's the case, that they dumped it in our neighborhoods. And he said, you walk out and you see this. But if you want better for your people, do you really rap about it though? Is that the solution?
Hell no.
You don't rap about it. You get away from it. You show them that there's a way out. But brothers like that don't see it because they really don't have no wisdom at all.
The hell is this?
Read.
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
Right. So once I'm getting a check cut for rapping about it, you know what I'm saying? I get to be on TV. I get to get diamond chains and whips and all of that.
Right.
Chains and whips and
Wow.
all of that.
Wow.
For glorifying it. Well, yeah, it's a celebration. You know what I'm saying? For real. It destroyed that mind that would have been mad about it and wanted it out of the community. Oh, no, we going to keep it here because now we got rats. Yo, we got bands. Yo. For real, a gift destroy the heart. All right? So, hey, play that next clip. So, he mentioned the war on drugs, and a lot of young people, a lot of the Generation Z and all that, they unfamiliar with what happened in the 80s and what was engineered against our people. Understand that in the 60s, really like the late 60s, the civil rights movement got black people to a point where we were desegregated. So that means that we could all be in the same stores, same schools, et cetera, et cetera. And so that was the beginning of that. So in the 70s, you know what I'm saying, you started to see black people come into their own, you know what I'm saying, like into society. So the white people was like, we got to do something about this. They got Soul Train and all of that, and they
music and
you know what I'm saying.
TV show.
we gotta jack these niggas up. You know what I'm saying. So they basically, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure they're gonna show it on the video, but like countries like that they was warring with and stuff like that. Like whenever they went to war, like in Vietnam, they picked up on opium and stuff like that. Heroin. That's how heroin came over here. Like warring with different countries and stuff like that, they discover different things. So I'm imagining they discovered that destructive drug, cocaine, and was like, even though they was already using it, they was like, put it in a laboratory. How can we make this 20 times more addictive?
Wow.
And make your brain rot and your organs rot and your skin crack and
your teeth fall out.
You know what I'm saying? Because that just doesn't happen to black people. They're just immortal and shit.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So what can I give them to make that happen to all of them? Go ahead.
It needed to be more affordable as well.
Right.
Exactly.
Because that's the black man drug.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. Hey, you know what that makes me think of? On the TV shows, they always got the villain that's in the laboratory that's trying to come up with this plan, like, how can I foil they're going crazy. This is what's going on in real life. That's how they plotting on the black community.
Right. Hey, get that real quick in Psalm 64. Psalm 64 verse 4. This is the evil villain in the cartoon in the laboratory.
This is America.
This is the scripture right here.
The book of Psalms, chapter 64 and verse 4.
Read it
out. That they may shoot in secret at the perfect.
I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get Dexter. Go ahead.
Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not.
Read.
They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily.
They commune of laying traps. Secretly, privately. Hey. How are we going to get these Negroes trapped? To where they never make it to our suburbs. You know what I'm saying? They never become our real neighbors. They're going to be trapped in those rundown, rinky-dinky neighborhoods. They're going to love it. They're going to claim it and kill each other over it. How are we going to do this? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
For real. They communed it. They plotted this stuff out. They was light years ahead. Go ahead.
They say, who shall see them?
Right. Who going to figure this out? Read.
They search out iniquities.
They search out iniquities. They searched out the flaws in a black man. What is the black man weakness? He likes to party. He likes to be a whoremonger. He wants to take enhancements. You know what I'm saying? He want to turn up, you know. So we going to destroy him with crack. You know what I'm saying? Gangs, crack, and all of that. And then we going to pay rappers millions of dollars to celebrate it. Trapping at the house with the boards on the windows. Why you in a house with boards on the windows? Like, damn, why can't black people be in skyscrapers with, you know what I'm saying, the windows touching the clouds?
But why?
Why we can't be trapping out of that? You know what I'm saying? Why we got to trap at the house with the boards on the windows? Like, that's tight. That mean we in abandoned houses.
Right.
With no air, no AC, no plumbing, rats, roaches.
Man, homeless trappers.
Right.
Come on now, dog.
For real.
Yeah.
And night walkers and zombies. You know what I'm saying?
Crack is whack.
For real. With the boards on the windows. That's a haunted house. They rapping about selling drugs at a haunted house, bruh.
Man.
Read them.
They accomplish a diligent search.
Read.
Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
So God said every one of them, every last one of your enemies, the so-called white men, they have an agenda in their mind. And the elites of them have carried this thing out perfectly, flawlessly. You know what I'm saying? For real. They inward thought, like it's in chapter 49, verse 11. They want they dwelling places to continue forever.
Right.
And in order for that to happen, they have to keep the Israelites destroyed. For real. So it's deep. This stuff is deep.
Hey.
They're going to say, it would have worked if it wasn't for you meddling Israelites.
Exactly.
Hey, this is something, a thought too, y'all, because Negroes think they can come against Esau. But they ain't even on this level. Negroes ain't on this level. They're not thinking before the act, 100 years before they even put it in play.
Nope.
Negro think right now, instant. That's crazy.
Bro, Esau knew in 1985 that it was going to be a damn Chief Keef, a Lil Nas X, a King Von, and an NBA Youngboy. They knew. They saw it.
Right.
They saw it. For real. No cap. All right, so look, let's get into the video about the crack era, all right? Educate you young bloods.
We will see large numbers of poor people, and specifically blacks, going to jail and to prison, and they will not have a chance.
In the early 1980s, the nation's slogan was clear: just say no.
Crack now has spread to almost every American city.
But what if I told you that there was more to the crack era than what the white mainstream news media let on? And that it went beyond Black and Latinx folks who simply needed to kick a drug habit. Today's baggage, how the war on drugs ravaged Black America. Once upon a time, in a not so far away and familiar place, the United States entered what became known as the crack era. During the early 1980s, a new drug somehow infiltrated low-income Black and brown communities, causing crime and chaos. It was called
crack cocaine. The problem is crack cocaine. Crack cocaine may deny these black children a decent future.
Well, it turns out that your uncle, who always talks about the man, was right. Well, sort of. While crack did absolutely ravage some Black and brown communities, it wasn't that simple. The United States government and agents of the state were corrupt and had a hand in creating this dark time in America's history. Misinformation about crack cocaine and its users flooded airwaves and proved to be just as dangerous as the substance itself. Decades after the crack era has come and gone, its impact lives on. But before we fall any deeper into this rabbit hole, let's take it back to the beginning of this war on drugs, which is often dubbed America's longest war in history.
Please search warrant!
The federal government first banned the recreational use of a substance, opium, in the early 1900s. Then came the Prohibition era, which focused on alcohol. Shortly after, the feds began to track and vilify people who struggled with addiction, especially if they were Black. Fast forward to 1971, when Richard Nixon declared war.
America's public enemy number one is drug abuse.
2 presidents later, Ronald Reagan not only carried on, but weaponized this anti-drug stance.
Drugs are menacing our society.
Though Reagan was the first president who promised to
make America great again.
But rather, he made things worse for low-income communities. In fact, at the time, the poverty rate grew faster in the first 3 years of Reagan's presidency than in any other time since the 1950s. Meanwhile, in another part of the world, the United States was funding an illegal war in Nicaragua, and drug smugglers were sending cocaine to the U.S. on U.S. planes. Somehow, the United States officials had no clue.
Whether the United States actually loaded up the planes with cocaine, or whether they just kind of turned their backs, right, and let the planes take off and go to the United States to land, the United States knew that at the very least that cocaine was being flown in and just ignored it.
Stanley Nelson is an award-winning documentary filmmaker, MacArthur genius, and director of Crack, Cocaine, Corruption, and Conspiracy. He says that this rampant poverty and international scandal, which caused cocaine to flood the United States, was the backdrop in which the crack era took off.
The crack era seemed to come out of nowhere, somewhere in the early 80s. All of a sudden, everywhere in Harlem, people would be out on the street selling and using crack. Not only in Harlem, I remember, I was walking across 42nd Street and people were in doorways smoking crack.
In his film, Nelson walks viewers through various phases of the crack epidemic.
At first, we saw it in the African American Latinx communities. Then, we're like, oh my God, there's an epidemic. The politicians weren't talking about it. The media wasn't talking about it. The police were not stopping it. That's a big part of it.
Some dirty cops took money from drug dealers, or they took drug money themselves.
What would you steal? Money and drugs and guns, whatever was it.
And somehow this fact was left out of the media. Wonder why? And then there was a shift.
A local success story took a tragic turn this morning.
Maryland basketball star Len Bias died after overdosing on cocaine 2 days after he was drafted to the Boston Celtics.
It was like a political wet dream, because now all politicians, Democrats, Republicans, everybody was talking about the scourge of crack and the evil dealers who are dealing crack. And it was crazily overblown.
And from the era emerged some dangerous myths about Black people.
First of all, there was the crackhead, just had given up their lives to crack and, would do anything for crack. Then there was a crack mama. That was, basically Black women. This woman sold her baby for crack.
And an equally damaging falsehood, the crack baby.
Despite all the warnings, a growing number of babies are being born already addicted to cocaine.
They'll spend the rest of their lives suffering for the lifestyle of their mothers.
What would you do about pregnant women who use drugs and pass those drugs on to their babies?
The media played a huge part in making the public feel that crack was really the real threat and that treatment wasn't the answer, but jail.
And the federal government's response to the war on drugs was clear. Lock them up and throw away the key.
They could come up with a new drug tomorrow, and we're going to go out there and do the same thing we're doing today. We ain't going to stop.
While chemically, powder cocaine, which was often used by white people, and crack cocaine, which was more accessible and believed to be used by black people, are practically the same, if you're caught using or selling either drug, the law says otherwise. During the crack era, the sentencing disparity was crazy. The rule was 100 to 1. So 5 grams of crack would land you with a 5-year mandatory minimum, but it would take 500 grams of cocaine to get the same sentence. Now, here's the kicker. Black people made up 82% of the folks convicted for federal crack and cocaine offenses, but only 30% of crack users. 62% of people convicted for crack offenses were low-level sellers or lookouts. Today, the number of Americans incarcerated for drug offenses went from 40,900 in 1980 to 443,200 in 2018. With over 2 million people locked up, which is a 500% increase over the last 40 years, 1 in 5 incarcerated people is locked up for a drug offense. And being convicted of a felony can impact your voting rights, access to loans, and ability to get a job, among other factors. To say that the war on drugs filled our prisons and changed the trajectory of hundreds of thousands of people's lives would not be inaccurate. And Nelson reminds us that the war on drugs also changed the way that we look at policing.
The war on drugs was part of the fuel for local police to become militarized. And that's what we saw, over and over again in Ferguson and with the George Floyd protests, cops with body armor, and looking like something out of Star Wars. So that becomes part of our lives now. And a lot of it, not all of it, but a lot of it started, with the crack epidemic.
Decades after the crack epidemic is said and done, do you think that the forces that coalesced to create the period in time that we know as the crack era actually understood the implications of their actions?
I feel at this moment more and more that the United States knows what it is and knows what it does and knows that it's racist and doesn't care. I don't want to give America a pass anymore. African Americans, Latinx, and progressive people have to start there and then push for change.
The crack era vilified Black and Latinx people, and that's a fact. During this period in time, there was no solution other than jail. No consideration for how trauma and poverty could lead one to get involved with crack. No treatment for those who suffered from addiction. No discussion of a public health crisis, and certainly no empathy. While others may not remember this bleak period in time, we do. And Black America will never be the same.
In today's edition,
real quick, in Isaiah 42, verse 22. It's crazy, bro. Like, it impacted. If you black, they impacted you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Period. Like, you gotta think, brother. These people, this race of people, got so much on their tab. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
You can, forgive them for slavery, Jim Crow, all of that. What about that? You know what I'm saying? Like the war on drugs, like they gotta pay for that.
They have to.
You know what I'm saying? They destroyed the black family. Y'all know all the stuff that trickled down from the war on drugs, right?
Yes.
Like single parent households.
Right.
Kids growing up without guidance, getting into crime, influence, bruh, like, bruh. They gotta pay for that.
They got crack babies, man. Come on.
Hey, read what you got.
Damn.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 42 and verse 22.
Bring it out.
But this is a people robbed and spoiled.
So even when they so-called let us free, you know what I'm saying? We was robbed of our freedom with crack. You know what I'm saying? For real. Robbed of our freedom with crack. Spoiled with crack cocaine in our community, bruh. You got all these black communities, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to think, okay, we was segregated or whatever, and we didn't have equal opportunity or whatever. Now we starting to get more opportunities, and we in black communities. That mean that we got the opportunity to, like, basically do a rerun of what we was doing during the Great Depression and all of that, when the white folks was falling and the black people was doing good. What they call the Roaring 20s, when they did all them riots and all that, the Black Wall Street and burning up Elaine and Rosewood and all of that. They basically like, they gonna do a rewind of this. You know what I'm saying? For real. Like, we gotta stop them. And they spread us, bro, with crack.
Exactly.
Read them.
They are all of them snared in holes.
Read.
And they are hid in prison houses.
They are hid in prison houses. That's the real trap right there. Did y'all see with look, so the black community, they poor, right?
Right.
And crack is exponentially cheaper than cocaine.
Right.
But if you get caught with a little 5 grams of crack, which is probably a couple dollars, you get a minimum 5-year sentence.
Come on now, dog.
But in order to the white folks who got the pure root form of the drug,
Pure cocaine.
you know what I'm saying, pure cocaine, they would have to get caught with 500 grams.
How much crack cocaine can you make out of 500 grams of cocaine?
Exactly. Probably thousands.
Hey,
Flippity, flippity, re-rock. You know what I'm saying?
Come on now, dog.
You're going to make 1,000 grams of crack cocaine and get 1,000 years.
Right. Hey, like you said, how this affected all of us. This alone, because this took the black man out of the household. This was like one of the main beginnings, a catalyst of making sure the black man was not at home ever again. Because when he got out, guess what? He couldn't get a job. He got a record now. So I got to sell some more crack and go back and go back and go back.
It's a trap.
Exactly.
It's a real trap.
They destroyed our community from the inside out. Understand the 13th Amendment. Our people celebrating Juneteenth. Oh, we free. We's a free now. Not knowing Esau already had a plan. We're going to make you a slave again in due time. We got to get you in jail first. Y'all remember the 13th Amendment? We can make them slaves again. Let's put some in their community. Make it illegal. Like, they come up with the laws. They come up with how long you go to jail for these
everything.
things.
Exactly.
They do everything. Go
Hey,
ahead.
finish that verse and then we got to get Psalms 94 and then we going to go to prayer.
Right.
Because, bruh, you just said something heavy. Like, after they did what they did, unleashing this drug into our community, they created laws to put us under the jail caught with the drug that they gave us.
Come on, man.
But finish that Isaiah 42.
They are for a prey and none delivereth.
So it say that we are for a prey. We get preyed on. Why the hell they wanted to mess with us? You know what I'm saying? Why they couldn't go dump it in the damn Chinatown or something? Why they had to mess with us?
I'm tired of this, man.
For real, we are prey. Read on.
For a spoil, and none saith restore.
But nobody is trying to restore us. Let's just celebrate it. Trap.
Hey.
Yo. Ain't nobody trying to restore. We just want to stay in the trap. It's trap or die. No, it's trap and die. Wow. Get to Psalms 94 verse 20 to go with the officer was saying, bro. Like, that's crazy, bro. We know that we dealing with the real deal devil on earth.
Real villain. This is real life.
Real
That's
villain.
right.
He a real bad guy. Read that.
The book of Psalms, chapter 94 and verse 20.
Come on.
Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law? They gather themselves
Read that again.
Verse 20. Shall the throne of iniquity?
The what?
Shall the throne of iniquity.
The kings of sin. The kings of evil.
Wow.
Who is the king of evil? The devil.
Right.
And that's your so-called white man. Believe
That's
it or not.
right.
Yes. He's the throne of iniquity. It says, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with you Israelites that's supposed to be the light of the world? Read.
Which frameth mischief by a law.
They do what?
Which frameth mischief by a law.
They frame mischief by a law. They basically doing war tactics and all of that to destroy us and kill us and beat us and defeat us behind their power to create laws.
Right.
For real, they frame mischief by a law. That's who we dealing with. They playing chess with us.
And they already got 3, 4, 5 moves ahead of us.
For real. And we be talking about voting rights and voting for a president. A president don't matter. That's the executive branch.
Right.
If you gonna vote for something that matter, even though y'all ass don't need to be voting, you just need to be repenting. But if you gonna vote for something that matter, you need to go for the legislative branch.
Right. Take
you know what I'm saying? Them the people who make the laws. We don't know nothing about that branch though. You know what I'm saying?
Them the ones we
don't know nothing about branches, period. What you mean?
For real. The legislative branch is the branch that is the primary they're the primary weapon against the black people and Hispanic people in America.
Mm-hmm.
The legislative branch, because they frame mischief by a law. But hey, look, we gotta go to break, man. We got more. I'm telling you, we got more. Don't go
That's
nowhere.
right.
This is Let's Talk. Don't play that, bruh. Don't play that. Y'all already played that. Play Stuck in the... Yeah, we muted now.
All the precepts right now. Yo.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, you notice they showed the women that was pregnant during the crack epidemic.
Right.
That reminded me, Kendrick Lamar got that song ADHD. A lot of, now they say every black baby got ADHD. So it all still contributes to the same thing of destroying our people. We're going to make sure the men going to be in jail, the women going to be stuck raising kids that got ADHD, which means they going to be, quote unquote, bad as hell. They're going to be, and they're going to do things that's going to cause the school to prison pipeline to go crazy.
Right.
Everything was just what's it called, a conveyor belt into the prison system.
That's crazy.
So they go into their prophecy about they shall bring forth monsters, mischievous women.
Message.
Like, damn. Crack. All right, let's go. We see y'all in a few minutes.
Yeah, ayy, my homie got rich in the trap. I know that he's thinking I'm mad. When he dials my number, he says that he wonders why I don't and I won't hit him back. One day I did hit him back. One day I did hit him back. Told him that crazy is black. And I told him to keep all the laws. The Lord coming back. But my homie, he's stuck in the trap. At night I pray for my brothers. At night I pray for my mother. What we had was a ball like no other. And I'm knowing too well I was under a spell when I was telling that girl that I loved her. Ay, my mind is filled with that clutter. Love's winning, I stand to recover. But you don't really know what we've been through. Coming up was tough, the feeling was stuck. They popping them beans like a sensu. Enough is enough, I'm calling your bluff. We all need that someone to vent to. That someone to vent to. Hell nah, I ain't sharing no gun smoke. Hell nah, I ain't sharing no gun smoke. Hell nah, I don't care if it's runs, bro. It's repent or die, I ain't telling no lie. One body, one mind, and it's one soul. One body, one mind, and it's one soul. One body, one mind, and it's one soul. My homie got rich in the trap. I know that he's thinking I'm mad. When he dials my number, he sits and he wonders why I don't and I won't hit him back. One day I did hit him back. I did hit him back. One day I did hit him back. Told him that crazy is black. And I told him to keep all the laws. The Lord coming back. But my homie, he's stuck in the trap. He's stuck in the trap.
I done separated my connection with dealing and stealing and know I don't want it back. Guess I'm acting different when you in the city, cause I'm no longer balling a smuggle pack. Far as I remember, I was never the type to get close to the crowd, and I wonder that maybe that's the Lord's way of making sure that I'm coming back. Was sick of feeling sorrow, tired of being hollow. Really had to swallow pride before I died. After we was robbing, almost got to sobbing. Prayed until the Father brought me to the light, and then I had to fight. I was sick of seeing wicked sights, and I ain't even want to spend the money that we stole at night. I done fell off the face of the planet. To those in the world I've been cooling, but I'm growing in spirit. Who knew that the one who was quiet in school, he'd be out holding camp where they shooting and rebuking. Examples I'm giving, I give to the ones in my generation. Come and join the movement. We from the tribe of Judah.
My homie got rich in the trap. I know that he's thinking I'm mad. When he dials my number, he sits and he wonders why I don't and I won't hit him back. One day I did hit him back. I did hit him back. I did hit him back. One day I did hit him back. Told him that crazy is black. And I told him to keep all the laws. The Lord coming back. But my homie, he's stuck in the trap. He's stuck in the trap.
You need to decide where you leave, where you stay. Them tears up in your eyes, that pressure drive you insane. I pray you do survive. I tried to show you a way, but you don't mind the lies. You fell in love with the fame, and you know that I know why you won't let it go. That women we done well, but got to hold up on your dome. And when you overseas, they make you feel you right at home. And then you get on stage and everyone singing along. But is it worth your soul or your salvation? Living in sin leave you blemished just like a Dalmatian. Them dividends won't hit within. Just humble down and face it. You my kin until the end. I've been praying.
My homie got rich in the trap. I know that he's thinking I'm mad. When he dials my number, he sits and he wonders why I don't and I won't hit him back. One day I did hit him back. I did hit him back. One day I did hit him back. Told him that crazy is black. And I told him to keep all the laws. The Lord coming back. But my homie, he's stuck in the trap. He's stuck in the trap.
The Bible shall stand. So what's written in this Bible, so as it is written, so shall it be done.
They hit him back.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Truth. Alright, so the topic, trap and die. So what we covered so far, basically, you know what I'm saying, dealing with the war on drugs, the crack epidemic and all of that, and how it was instrumental in destroying the black community.
Right.
What you have is, in today's culture, like T.I. mentioned in the first video we showed, was a celebration of the destruction of our people via crack cocaine. You know what I'm saying? Via the trap. And, you know, of course, there's no accountability taken by these rappers and so on and so forth. But you got this older guy, he speaks on how it was all planned and plotted. You know, drugs, cars, rap, all of that was all designed to destroy us. All right, play that video.
Used against the students that drove the final nails into the coffin, killing the movement.
What stopped it, of course, almost dead in its track, and not by any accident, was widespread and deliberately organized widespread use of drugs. The fact that a decision was made, and I think most of you familiar with the broadcast of the mafia defector who went on public media to declare what happened and outline in great detail the great plan of how to destroy the black youth of the nation, starting in New York. He said in a meeting 20 miles outside of New York City, the great decision was made. He said he didn't have to guess about it, and those who heard him know that I'm quoting him almost verbatim, because he was there. And the decision was to concentrate the distribution of drugs on the black youth of the nation, starting in New York. Starting in New York, beginning in the elementary school, and that to punish, even on the pain of death, any of the distributors who invaded the white community or predominantly white schools. That New York and other large cities were to be divided up into districts. The district commander, black, was to be given any kind of car he wanted, Mercedes, Rolls Royce, anything, because this would be a part of the sales pitch. Said blacks just love fine cars, and he'd drive around through the community in his fine car, and some of his key assistants, and he'd be identified, he'd be known, and that sort of stuff. And so the stories, I'm not going any further into it, but thus it began and the spread over the country. And we fell for it. Now, one thing was important. That the thing to attract the blacks, more than any other thing, more than the drug itself, but to spread the word, have a number of key young people in it, and spread the word that this is the end thing. So that'll get them. Just say it's the end thing, and they'll brave the fires of hell to be a part of the end thing.
So that's us. So I want y'all to understand. Get Proverbs, where no vision of 29 and 18. So I want y'all to understand what he's saying right here. He's saying that basically the picture is painted by the media to our youth that you want to end up like, this is the way we ball. Like,
right.
Yeah, we diamond gloss. You know what I'm saying? The trap was that's the end goal. So that's what we grow up chasing, not knowing that that's literally a trap to destroy you and end your life. You know what I'm saying? For real. Read that scripture.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 29 and verse 18.
And like the song that we played during the break, he was like, my homie got rich in the trap. And he thought I was mad, like he thought I was jealous of him. Because I wasn't hitting them back when they hit me up. But one day I did hit him back. Told him Jesus black. But he wasn't trying to hear none of that. Stuck in the trap. You see what I'm saying? Because like we think we successful when we not knowing that we heading in the opposite direction of success.
Come on now, dog.
Read what you got.
Where there is no vision, the people perish.
Where there is no vision, the people perish. So it's not only just blinding them, like covering our eyes to where we can't see, because we can see. We're just going to tell them a vision, a false vision on television, that this is how, if you black, this is how you going to make it. You got to be like Sonny and Ace. You know what I'm saying? For real. You got to be like that, baby. You know, baby. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be fly, you got to take that route. You got to slang cocaine. For
Trapping
real.
so hard.
And them doing that blinded, because you got to think, when we go through the history, we didn't do radio shows about it. Black people invented most of the stuff that you see. You know what I'm saying? The black mind is the most beautiful thing on the planet Earth.
That's right.
But if you blinded, it's man, you was made to be a trapper. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be a hell of a hustler. You a little hustling there, nigga. You know what I'm saying? That hustling run through your vein. That we grew up hearing. Like that, you gotta learn how to do the numbers and the scales and you know what I'm saying? If we didn't have that vision in our head to become any of that, if they would have never dropped that stuff off in our community, just think of what these young black boys would have become. Think about what our fathers would have became. Think about what we would have been at this point without drugs, without the idea of being a trapper. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
But when you destroy the vision of the people, they perish. They die. Read on.
But he that keepeth the law, happy is he.
That's why all praise to the Most High. I've been, I found the light. I once was blind, but now I see.
That's right.
For real, the law gave us sight.
Hey, jump up to verse 6 real quick.
Verse 6.
Come on.
In the transgression of an evil man.
This evil man, what?
There is a snare.
There's a what?
There is a snare.
There's a trap.
Trapping so
It's still on him, this evil man. But read on.
But the righteous doth sing and rejoice.
Right, happy is he. Keep going.
The righteous considereth the cause of the poor.
That's why we sitting here, a wise man mad. That's why we sitting like, damn, look what's going on. The wise man would see that, a righteous man would notice like what they pushing in our community today. When they drop off these drugs, these guns, these things, that righteous man would be like, damn, why, this is the state that we are in. This is why we like this. That's why we have to bring out classes like or shows like this to wake our people up to the understanding. But keep going.
But the wicked regardeth not to know it.
The wicked won't regard it. You'll get T.I. to say what he said on there. He ain't going to recognize that the conditions we in is, yes, the white man put it in there, but we still push it in media. We still push that.
Right.
And we rejoice over it. We rejoice over wickedness rather than with righteousness. And that's crazy.
Can I get a scripture?
Yes, sir.
Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 27. This is why our people still push it. This is why they did it to begin with. Like he mentioned in the video, they would pull up with the Mercedes Benz or whatever nice car that they could have.
Right.
And the kids would see that. The people would see that and say, how do I get that? Read Proverbs 15:29.
The book of Proverbs chapter 15 and verse 27.
Read it out.
He that is greedy of gain troubleth his own house.
They know our people, we greedy of gain. We always wanted more. When you in the hood, you in section 8, you gonna want more. They said we got something for them. Let me show you how to make some money. Come on.
But he that hateth gifts shall live.
But he that hateth gifts shall live. So you're not gonna let them bribe you with their car. You're not gonna let them bribe you with that big stack of cash they got. You see this little bro? Whole time this is an informant. He in your hood. You see this little bro? You want this? Let me show you how to make it.
And it made me think of Belly, the greedy of gain. Like, just think you you done made money. You done got rich in the trap. You got, a couple cars or whatever.
Right.
And then somebody new come on the scene. They got cars too. You know what I'm saying? And you looking, hold on. So you looking, you post it up. you post it up at the store, you like.
I don't like that.
I don't like that.
But why?
drop a dime on that nigga.
Right.
Wow.
Exactly.
For real, bro. I'm telling you, that's real
big
plague in our community, bro. Covetousness, all that, man. I'm telling you, that's a root to all of this, bro. For real.
You know, this gangs came shortly after the war on drugs. So because once they got us in that position,
what they say, well, we're gonna use the so-called gains to help the community.
They go with the Proverbs 1. Let us all have one purse. Like
Right.
we could trap together. You know what I'm saying?
But it didn't
That's
pan
all it
out.
was. It was just drug organization.
And that's how we know that the white man Esau is ahead of the game, because even though you try to set up an organization to help the community get out of that mindset, they still flip it on you. They still play it for their gain, for their good. Well, let's make them fight each other now.
Right.
Since the crack stuff is slowing down, or it ain't doing it the way we wanted to do it, or fast enough, let's have them kill each other. And that's what they pushing now. It's crazy.
All right, play this next video. So this is one of the front runners of the trap movement. We mentioned him already. Young Jeezy. He not young either.
Not no more.
Play that.
There before the sun. Things were moving in all the right directions. Money in his pocket, a thriving business. But one night, when he found his mother at a local crack house, fate was about to remind the young Jay that every success comes at a cost.
He said something about seeing you on that couch in that place, smoking drugs, and I think it really...
He probably saw me drunk. Because I drink alcohol. I don't lie to nobody, I drink.
And I'm gonna be real, I tell you, like, as a man, like, I served my uncle, but nothing would prepare me to see, like, my mama, like, because I don't even know, how do I approach that, because I'm into it. Like, nigga, your mama in there? Like, nigga, no, and then nigga didn't even tell me that. I walked in, boom, up on her. My first mom beat her ass. It's my mama. Crazy, my nigga. I remember being in the car, nigga, seeing one of my homeboys serve her. And it just fucked me all up. Because in my mind, like, as a hustler, I'm like, yo, what you doing over here with that? But, like, I see you serve my mama, like, I'm mind-boggled now. So it ain't about the fact that you over here where you're not supposed to be fucking with people. He just gave my mama a fucking 20 rock, nigga. I seen it. I'm not crazy. I know what y'all do. I do this shit. So it just fucked me up.
Well, how did you feel when was it humiliation, embarrassment, sadness?
No, it was a reality check. It was just like, what the fuck? Like, she's really, that's what she do.
I have tried it, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm 52 years old, going on 53. So I have tried it. And I can't sit up here and say that I didn't, because people know me. No, I done tried it.
So it just fucked me up. And it just made me the way I am today. That's why I am. That's why I don't fuck with niggas. I don't fuck with people. That's why I am the way I am. When people say things to me, I don't give a fuck. You can't never tell me shit. You ain't been where I've been. I ain't even saying until I was abused as a kid and sexually molested, nigga. But shit, you tell me what's worse than you thinking some of your way out, and it's taking your mama out, and you gotta continue to do it. After several run-ins with the...
Wow. Y'all see that, right?
Mm-hmm. Hey, that's crazy. Hey, go to Sirach 9 real quick in verse 11. This goes back to the last video on this one too. And a lot of times our people think that we see these rappers, we hear what they saying, they pushing, but we don't know the flip side. We don't know that even though you envy these people, some of them, a lot of them don't do what they say. Check. A lot of them don't sell crack and then do crack. But that one that envy somebody didn't know that. They didn't know that game. And now you end up a crackhead. Or you sell it to, this happens. But read what you got.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 9, verse 11. Envy not the glory of a sinner.
The Bible says, envy not the glory of a sinner. Don't follow that. Don't envy that. Just because they got the nice rims and the chains and the gold and the grill and just you ain't seen them work a day in their life. But that's not what you should be envying. Read.
For thou knowest not what shall be his end.
You don't know the end. You don't know where we just proved it here. His end was seeing his damn mama bugged out on crack. And some people end up on crack themselves from selling that. We got to stop that. We have to get out of that mindset.
That's right. Get Matthew 16:26. That's really like, it's crazy. And not saying, because I didn't heard him mention it in his lyrics. I didn't heard him mention, about his mama being on the crack or whatever. And sometimes they be mentioning, like the next point we gonna get into, they be mentioning like the convictions of their homeboys and different people they was affiliated with go to jail or whatever. But they still celebrate it.
Exactly.
Come on now, dog.
Like he said in that point in his life, he was like, I gotta keep trapping. Like that's my occupation. Like I gotta keep trapping. So in like the music, like they rapping, they not trapping no more. But the fact that they blew up off rapping about trapping, even after all of this that they done been through and all of the cases and all of that, I gotta keep rapping about trapping.
Started from the trap, now I rap.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah. Hey, read this script.
The book of Matthew, chapter 16, verse 26. For what is a man profiteth if he shall gain the whole world?
Stop. So you gotta, if you just stop right there, you like, what you mean? He gained the whole world? What you mean what he profited?
What?
What more can you profit? He gained the whole world.
Right.
He got the cars, he got the the clothes, the homes.
That's what I want.
For real. What shall a man profit if he gain the whole world, but do what in the process?
And lose his own soul.
And lose his own soul. You gotta think. You walk into your business establishment, and your mama strung out. You know what I'm saying? Your mama a whole fiend.
Come on, man.
You don't know who to be mad at.
Exactly.
You mad at yourself?
Exactly. You want to beat her up. You want to beat your homeboy up that sold it to her. And you want to beat your damn self up.
Crack is whack.
Because you fronted him.
For real.
Right.
I remember it's the song he got with Keisha Cole. He was like, his mama went in his stash. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was you. Maybe it was you. You bringing that stuff in the house and all that. It was the temptation. You brought it to her face. You see what I'm saying?
Damn.
That stuff, man, that's the type of stuff our people do to get something in this wicked ass world, bro. That's gonna burn up. It's all temporary anyway. Message. For real, get us a Rock 40 and 13. Go ahead and pull up the next video I sent. So with most people don't rap about or mention enough is the fact that 97% of the time, this is the end of the road. You end up in prison. You gonna get caught. For real.
Right.
They don't rap about that enough. All right, we gonna get the call after this scripture. Read that script real quick.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 40 and verse 13. The goods of the unjust shall be dried up like a river.
Read.
And shall vanish with noise like a great thunder and rain.
So God said that's what's gonna happen to the goods of the unjust. You see, like every crack dealer that I knew growing up, like they had multiple houses. They had cars.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They had it all. And then they got locked up and it just literally vanished. You know what I'm saying? For real. It's not there no more.
Hey, that's crazy. I got an uncle, and he was a millionaire when he was a teen, selling in Chicago. He ain't got that now.
Yeah.
Bro.
The goods of the unjust, it vanishes. They put
gone.
It's good for that time, just like Big Meech. I think I'm Big Meech. Who? They got private jets and boats and, you know what I'm saying, clubs and diamonds and all of that. They turned up. He been in jail for decades now and ain't getting out. All that shit gone. It's all gone. All right, Carl, go ahead upstairs.
Hey, caller, you on Let's Talk Truth. What's your name and where you from?
Shalom, this is the Kalani. I'm from the house of Soldier Isaac.
Okay, shalom, sis. Most High Christ bless. What's your comment or your question? What's going on?
Yeah, I just wanted to speak on what Officer Baruch said. He was like, you know, you sell drugs for years and then eventually you end up on drugs.
Right.
And, like, that's so true because, you know, my dad, he was selling drugs since he was, like, a teenager. And then once I was, like, 15, I found out he was on drugs. Like, he started doing drugs. Like, he was doing crack. And it kind of surprised me, but it didn't because I knew he was, like, acting crazy or whatever.
Right.
Like, I noticed he was acting different. But, like, you know, just to see somebody that you care about, you know, like, just slowly deteriorate over the years, like, he don't even look the way he used to look. You know, like, when I see him today, I just look at him like, you just look, you just let yourself go, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
I just thought that was crazy that he said that because that's true. You know, you around it for so long, eventually you just start doing it.
Going in his own stash. That's a part of their plan too. For us to get on it while we're selling it to our
on your
people.
own supply.
Exactly. High on his own supply. Hey, sis, we appreciate you calling us. We appreciate that.
Hey, this makes me think of where I grew up, the city I grew up in. We had a famous Kingpin. He was already in jail when I was in elementary. He went to jail, so I always knew about stories. Like my big cousins, they used to always tell me about stories about how he had this underground club in his house. We used to drive past his house like this was the house that OG such and such used to trap out of. He was the first Kingpin in Jacksonville. He was that guy.
Damn.
And his son was actually one of my closest friends, but his daddy was in jail our whole childhood. Whenever we got to like 12th grade, his daddy got out, and he was just a regular person. Like he was broke, you know, and people was helping him get on his feet. He was living with his mom. But I'm like, dang, this OG such and such. When I tell you, people was making songs about him and everything. Like he was that guy. But when he got it, after they took everything, he was dried up. He had nothing to show for it in the end. So it's definitely real.
Hey, for real, like the rap music that made it like you ain't even just chasing the money, you chasing the legacy. Like even if I go to jail, shit, my name gonna live forever, man. I'm in everybody's rap song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Damn. For real. Hey.
Man.
Play that video. This what they don't talk about enough right here. All right? Play that video.
I have my drug deals in seconds because there's the frequency meter right there and I can see the path. So these two houses were in concert and we did search warrants on these later. But I also want to know, just for my own edification, how many people just go to that little door, like right there, every day? How many people go into that intersection? And this time, because I went a little higher, it's 400 because they cross underneath here too. So you can see every one of these people walking and all these people are going, and the car gets in, are going right to that. Look at that. Does that look like a regular house deal or does that look like a drug market? It's a drug market. How long did that take me to do? That took me a minute. Drug trafficking, a lot of it's done on foot. A lot of people, because a lot of drug-dependent people will walk up to a house or to a car and buy drugs. So the thing I want to do is, where do these people go the most? So I use the pass. The pass. And right then and there, I have my drug deals in seconds because there's the frequency meter right there and I can see the path. So these two houses were in concert and we did search warrants on these later. But I also want to know, just for my own edification, how many people just go to that little door, like right there, every day? How many people go into that intersection? And this time, because I went a little higher, it's 400 because they cross underneath here too. So you can see every one of these people walking and all these people are going, and the car gets in, are going right to that. Look at that. Does that look like a regular house deal or does that look like a drug market? It's a drug market. How long did that take me to do? That took me a minute. Drug trafficking, a lot of it's done on foot.
Y'all heard what he said?
That's crazy.
Yeah, it took me a minute. It took me a minute to figure out who was the kingpin, the drug lord in the neighborhood. Hey, get Ezekiel 28:3. Y'all don't know who the hell y'all dealing with.
Right. And then they ain't look. He ain't catch him yet. They want to build a case on you so they can keep you underground.
And what they do is they start sending the detectives in there to buy the weed. That's how they figure out, and they asking questions. So, are you the main person I need to come see, or because I like the good stuff,
and that
I need the best of the best.
That goes full circle back to that.
What you mean, yo? That nigga, yo.
They go back in full circle like, shoot, they make the laws, but it's legal for them to go buy something to sell something as a cop.
Come on, man.
That's crazy.
Damn. Read that. Ezekiel 28:3. Where your antennas at, man?
Nah, he sleep.
Ezekiel 28, verse 3.
Yes, sir. The book of Ezekiel, chapter 28 and verse 3.
Read it out.
Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee.
Read that again. I don't know what the hell y'all dealing with, man. For real. You really think you gonna get away? You just gonna boom. You gonna shoot videos. You gonna take pictures. You gonna go to the mall.
Guns, all of this and that.
You gonna buy all this. You ain't got no job on paperwork. And if you do, it ain't showing that amount of income.
Hell
And you think you just gonna slide? What is wrong with Negroes, man? Read that one more time.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 28 and verse 3. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel.
God said, remember, it said that Daniel had a deep understanding of science when you read Daniel, the first chapter. These people are wiser than Daniel when it comes to technology and science and all of that. Have y'all ever seen the movie Deja Vu? Like they showing you their hand, like they able to go back in time. They was able to surveillance the whole damn world using satellites in space. You know what I'm saying?
Right, like
For
the
real.
movie Eagle Eye, yeah.
They surveillance the world. In that movie, they show that they able to surveillance the damn world.
Yes.
And go back in time and alter stuff. For real.
Wow.
They wiser than the technology they got is on another level. You got to think these are the same people that's at war with other countries over billions of dollars of interest. You know what I'm saying? Like, they got technology for your ass.
Right.
And you standing on a street corner each and every day like you not being seen. Read that one more time.
Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel.
God said the so-called white man is wiser than Daniel. Technology experts, read.
There is no secret that they can hide from thee.
It ain't no secret that you can hide from them. They see all the bank rolls. They see the hoes. They see all of that. They see the packs. You know what I'm saying? They see it. They see the bags and the bells.
Trying to walk by and give a secret hand. Just man, come on now. Don't play yourself.
Did you see that hand to hand?
I remember a rapper that's in jail now, Rollo. He just thought like he was just like invincible or something. Like he walking around like he don't rap good. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like he was selling platinum albums, but he thought like he could just put on like I'm rapping. That's how I got all this money and private jets and all these cars and these diamonds. He dressing better than every rapper in the game.
Record deal.
He got more. He's shining on all these, doodling on all the rappers, and he ain't made not one hit song. You know what I'm saying? And then saying in his songs and videos about this thing he got called Pakistan. It's an apartment building that he owned for himself. And it was his damn drug headquarters. You know what I'm saying?
Pakistan.
So the feds surrounded his ass in Pakistan. He in there with thousands and thousands of dollars.
Packs.
And a lot of drugs. White man took all that. For real. That like, is you stupid? Play that stupid.
And he played it.
We don't know who we dealing with, man. Play the next video. This is the type of stuff that Esau be doing right here, man. Y'all just don't know. Like Officer Jonah was saying, you got informants. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You got surveillance. You got all of these. Bro, you not sliding, bro. You not getting away with this.
Hell no.
Read the description. Read the description of what this is first. Yeah, read that.
It says, in the summer of 2005, federal agents and police in Rockford, Illinois, captured over 1,000 hours of surveillance footage inside a crack house. The gang smokes marijuana, plays with guns, and sells crack and heroin for 6 weeks, completely unaware that their every move is being recorded.
That one is the don't like. Oh no, this was 2005. I was finna say they got the don't like 300 video.
Huh.
They playing with guns. They were doing that in 05. Go ahead.
It says customers come and go unaware that their private lives are being revealed. Unawares.
Wow. Go ahead.
This is an intimate portrait of a crack house's rise and fall, as well as a drug-addled American urban culture. Interviews with gang members, their friends, and police disclose the unavoidable tragedy and the occasional dark humor of a reality that exists underneath the surface of any major community. They said dark humor, they laughing at you.
Play, skip to like 2 minutes or something.
Make it look real easy. Aha. You know what I'm talking about? We make it look real easy over here. You know what I'm saying? For Ain't sure. nothing, ain't nothing to it. You know what I'm saying? About to do it. So let it be what it is. Let it be what it be.
The area is too bad out here. The area is too bad. There's too much shooting. They just killed 3 people over here on Cole last night. It's on the TV. Cole is right here. And there was some shooting last night that my granddaughter had to call the police. But they're shooting over here all the time. And most of the time, the police don't come over here. They catch you coming out your house or going in your house and stuff. It's just silly and ignorant to me. You know, they divide up the city. The gangs and the drug dealer. And if they thinking you making a little bit more than they want to come over here, and then if you say no, then that's where the shooting and the killing, you know, it starts. It's all over. It's all over. So, they just don't stop, and it's just all over money and power.
There's only 2 things that'll happen to a young man that decides that he wants to be a drug dealer. He's going to prison, or he's going to the graveyard. Those are his only 2 options. There's not another option. It was horrific to sit in a courtroom and hear my son portrayed as this gangster kingpin. I asked my husband at least 4 or 5 times, what did he say? Did he say 42 years? Did he say 42 years?
Oh, I miss him so much. I haven't seen his face in over 5.
Pause, listen. If that's a phrase in our community, you know what I'm saying? You get caught there, bro, you gonna get football numbers. He
Right.
literally got blue 42.
Wow.
Blue 42. Right? So ass to jail. 42 years.
Sheesh.
Mama don't believe it. My baby.
Not
you
my
know, like
baby.
my baby, he got in a little trouble. He ain't even slipped up. Nah, ain't no slip up when you dealing with drugs.
My baby a
With
kingpin.
Esau laws, it's 42 years. You know how long it take to get to age 42?
42 years.
I'm just barely over the halfway mark of that.
None
you know
of
what
us
I'm
there
saying?
yet.
You gonna get in trouble if you got 42 years. It ain't gonna be 42 years.
Exactly.
You gonna
Right.
get into a fight.
He gonna
Time added on.
He gonna do it in there. Cause they gonna
Right,
allow
you
it to
gonna
be in
trap
there
in it,
too.
Yeah, they be doing it in jail.
It's more money in jail than
Yeah,
they
they
did.
make more money saying that.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Play.
That's the real question. How does it get in there?
5 years. A little bit about 5 years. I was like, well, basically, but what did you do for 25 years? Because the only person people like get like that, if you think is murderers, you know, or rapers or something like that, to get 25 years. And I was really kind of upset about that.
He was in a gang. He sold drugs. He did what he did. The courts and society has convicted my son. I'm not going to convict him every day.
First of all, before I begin this letter, Mama, I want to tell you that you are very special to me, and you know that I love you. Thank you for loving me when I didn't love myself. Really, words can express how much I love you, so I just want to say thank you.
Chicago was my home. That's all I know. That's my city. I was a graffiti artist back when I was younger. You know, I spray painted trains and walls, and I stayed out all night. You know, the streets kind of raised me. I was always in the streets since I was young.
I would always display that I was a good child. But for hours when I was supposed to be in bed, I'd be watching and listening to the gangsters in the courtyard where we lived in the Jane Addams. I was fascinated by their lifestyle, and I wanted to be like that.
I got to a point in my life where I wanted to be a drug dealer. It was hard work, but I like how fast you reap the benefits. The money I made in Chicago was cool when I first started.
So this young man, he's speaking behind bars, but he was like, you know, I saw drug dealing. You know, I knew it was hard work, but I knew that the money was fast. I knew it was going to come fast. I saw the benefits that came with it early on. Hey, get 1 Timothy 6:9. So we just got football numbers in jail, and he looking back hindsight on what got him into the drug game.
His mind is, I would have did it again.
Bro.
Yo.
1 Timothy 6:9.
The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 6 and verse 9.
Bring it out.
But they that will be rich.
They that want to be rich. They want to be rich. Oh. Go ahead.
Fall into temptation and a snare.
They fall into the temptation to sell crack to their own damn people. It could be your uncle, your auntie. For real.
Come on now, dog.
Go ahead. And hold on, temptation in a what?
And a snare.
And a what?
And a snare.
You want to be rich, your ass going to end up in a trap.
Right. And what a bomb, man.
Read up.
And into many foolish and hurtful lusts.
Into many foolish and hurtful lusts. Think about hurtful lust. Just think about that part, right? You walking into the trap house. Your mama. Your mama, just imagine, he saw his mama in there strung out on. Just imagine you walk in and see your mama overdosed. You know what I'm saying? For real. You pull up at the store, your daddy wigging out. You know what I'm saying? And you slanging this stuff. That's some hurtful stuff right there. That would make me want to quit.
Right. That's why I said
for real.
Foolish, because he still want to stay in the game.
Exactly. Just all for money. Riches will make you not give a damn. Man, go keep playing, keep reading.
Which drown men in destruction and perdition.
Read.
For the love of money is the root of all evil.
Yep, that's the root of traps. Still, trap music and real traps still existing. The love of money. Go ahead.
Which while some coveted after.
Which while some what?
Coveted after.
Read.
They have erred from the faith.
Read.
And pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
Many sorrows. Many years in jail. Much betrayal.
Right.
Much bloodshed.
Right. Killing of your people.
For real. A lot of tears. A lot of, man, you got to think what come with that drug game, bruh. You know what I'm saying? I was in it as a young man. And when my cousin went in my stash, my homeboys, you know what I'm saying, set me up, and I'm like, people I'm with every day, people I thought I loved, you know what I'm saying? I'm flipping ounces, you know what I'm saying? I'm a little, there you go, the violin. I'm a little youngin', and I'm already seeing this is all within like 2 months. All within 2 months, I'm like, man, hell no.
I'm tired of this, man.
I'm finna get a job.
Right.
For real, man. It was crazy. Like, many sorrows come with that game, man. Y'all don't understand. It's a lot of sorrows come with that game, man.
Message.
All right, keep playing the video.
Trying to hustle, but as I got older, I realized it was just not fast enough. So I decided, like a few others I know, to take my show on the road. I went to several different towns in Illinois, Indiana, Minnesota, Kentucky, and ultimately laying my hat down at Rockford. While I was in Rockford, I ran across my Stone brothers, Duck, and we decided to work together.
At first, it was just business, but then it became like pleasure.
Rockford was not our home. We were invading someone else's territory. We were foreigners in a foreign land. Like, I never thought they'd go through so much to put us behind bars. I never thought they had to go through so much to get little old me.
I never was a good drug dealer, but for a long time, I was happy because I was one of them gangsters I fantasized being when I was little, seeing them in the courtyard. Truly in my heart, I do not regret going to Rockford.
Between about 2001 up through 2005, there was a growing presence of hardened Chicago gang members that were coming out to Rockford and taking over the drug business. Word began to spread about this guy named Duck and members of the Titanic Stones.
Kept hearing his name Duck, that he was from Chicago, that he was putting on a lot of dope here in Rockford.
Hey, skip it.
Just a young guy, but he had a real reputation. People were.
Oh man, grab the shield and thank God we are welcome. Right, but you gotta grab the shield since they're taking a bang and leaving a bang.
Samson, chosen by.
Hey, I'm going to the Batmobile. Bro! To the back. Good live right there. Man. You sure? Yeah.
My shawty.
Hey, yo, man, you was gonna swallow all this.
I was gonna choke to
You
die.
stupid.
Shit. I'm gonna be on the floor straight there.
That shit ain't gonna kill you.
We said the best dope in rock.
They got you all hooked together with both. You got the best dope in this. Y'all play it back like, we got the best dope in Rockford, by the way.
Yeah. As we gonna be here in club, we got the best dope in rock. We gonna be playing that shit. Oh, repeat that little part. We got the best dope in rock. We got the best dope in rock.
I didn't find out that he started selling drugs until I was 16 or 17. I walked in the room and he was cutting it up. So, I was just like, I didn't say nothing. He just told me to get out the room. Not until the feds was looking for him, we really sat down and had a talk. And I was like, Montreal, you need to change your life. I said, there are so many things you can do. I'm like, you can do things that your other friends can't do. I just found out recently some of them can't even read. You know, he could read. He knows how to play the saxophone. And trust me, I used to try to, like, you know, whatever instrument he used to play, I used to try to learn how to do the saxophone. It is hard. All those notes and all that, it is so hard. But his ass mastered the saxophone and can play that goddamn saxophone. I asked him, well, I said, why? And he said, well, I walked in a room and I ain't never seen that much money in my life. All at once. I never seen it, and I wanted that. That's what he said. I wanted that.
I used to see my great-grandma. Yeah. And my grandma don't want nobody to spank it and do nothing to it. Ow. Okay. This is our little family. Montreal, we love him too, even though he's in jail.
I miss him.
Yeah, I do too. Let me tell you something that I told Montreal and everybody else in jail. They did not send for you. This was your choice. They did not send for you. You don't have to do what you see little Johnny do, a little Calvin do. You don't have to do this. I know plenty of people that I knew that was doing things wrong even since I've been grown. Did I get out there and do it? No, because I know better. Everybody has a choice. That's including Montreal and everybody else. You and everybody else. We have a choice. Because you don't have to do what the next person do. I'm like me. I am my own mom. And a lot of people talking about these bad...
Documentary. Go ahead of that. All right. Go back. All right, go right there.
You know, many times your victims are not the best citizens themselves, but they're still a victim. How'd they get to this point? They're taking their life in their hands to go to a neighborhood they know nothing about, to walk into a house they know nothing about. There's guys in here with guns, to purchase a little bag of powder. What went so wrong in their lives to put them to that point? And this is a small part of a huge picture. How big is this drug problem throughout the world? It's beyond explanation. It's huge.
Get James 1. So the Edomite was like, what causes people, you know how like when a black man expressing certain stuff and then a black woman to be like, who hurt you? So he doing it, saying the same thing. Like, what causes people to just walk into a random house with random Negroes with guns and purchase little bags of powder?
But why?
And what happened in their life? It don't always be that case. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of people that got stories about people they knew that had a great life. Even like they showed in the other video, like a brother that had got drafted to the NBA and overdosed 2 days later. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times it's just curiosity. You know what I'm saying? It's you're around the wrong people, the wrong time, the wrong setting, the wrong environment, and you enticed. And you just, from there, you led to destruction. Read James 1:13.
The book of James, chapter 1 and verse 13. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God. For God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempteth he any man.
Come on.
But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust.
So it could be that. I remember the movie Basketball Diaries. Who's seen that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? Ain't nobody seen that movie? All right, so he was a little basketball star, whatever. And you had these two white girls. And it's the thing about drugs, too. It don't got the same effect on everybody. So him and his boy, they both did it. Him and his boy was hoop stars. They went over these two white girls' house. The white girls introduced them to cocaine. They was like, you're going to take this and you're going to flick me really hard. You know? So, yeah, like, he wasn't, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't into that or whatever, but the white girls put him on it. And after that, he was hooked. Like, he woke up like,
this is it.
you know what I'm saying? Like, he woke up hooked. And the other boy, the basketball player, he didn't get hooked on it. Like, he just went on hooping, ended up getting a scholarship and all of that and exceeding. But the dude turned into a crackhead. Damn. And like, he went back to the girl's house one day to try to get some more crack, like, or try to find like their source or whatever. And he knocked on their door, and their parents opened the door. And they coming downstairs looking like innocent, you know what I'm saying, Ivy League white girls.
Right.
Not knowing, like, the parents not knowing when they was on vacation, they had dudes in their house snorting cocaine and freaking them all night.
Getting freaked real hard.
For real. Like, they went back to their regular spur of life, and this dude was ruined. His life was ruined. He was a whole fiend. For real. Read on.
Then when lust have conceived.
When lust have conceived, when you say, I can try it, I'm strong enough. I can tolerate that. Read.
It bringeth forth sin.
It bringeth forth what?
Sin.
Right, you end up doing what you know you ain't got no business doing. Defiling your temple, not being sober-minded. Read on.
And sin, when it is finished.
Right, when you get done with that high, read.
Bringeth forth death.
It bringeth forth death. It's going to destroy your mind first. Your mind going to die first. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Message. And then however long the Lord wants you to be the walking dead before you literally die. You know.
Overdose.
For real, the Lord, hey, I'm telling you, bro, that's how it all starts, temptation. You tempted by your own lust, your desire to escape reality, or, you know what I'm saying, be abnormal compared to everybody else. I want to have an altered state of my mind, an altered state of my body. It's not worth it. It brings forth death.
Right. Man, y'all ever think whenever we go out to teach, we're going out to wake up the poor. So sometimes we end up in communities with old shopping centers with nothing but our people sitting outside of it, strung out. Y'all, you ever wonder, like, damn, I wonder what this person was like before they ended up here. It's all the old heads be out there just on the corners.
Right.
Drugged out on the ground, rolling over, ain't got no teeth. Men and women fighting. It's crazy, but it's like
trash everywhere.
Exactly, but it's like, what could they have been if they wouldn't have got caught up in this systematic oppression that Esau has set up for us?
Hey, that's crazy. And it happened it started in high school too, man. I knew dudes that could have been like super hoop stars, but they fell into that drug life. They fell right into that. Now you don't even know who they are now.
Yep, let's get the proverb of the week real quick. Let's go to Proverbs chapter 4. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 14. All right, fall not into their trap or you gonna die. Don't believe Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? That is not your options. Trap or die, no.
Chill.
It's keep the commandments and live, or trap and die. All right, read what you got.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 4 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
Enter not into the path of the wicked, and go not in the way of evil men.
Right, read on.
Avoid it, pass not by it.
Read.
Turn from it, and pass away.
Come on.
For they sleep not, except they have done mischief.
Right, like it's in Sirach 31:1. The caring for riches taketh away sleep. Man, I was up all night in the trap. What's the song? Yes, I run the streets all night and day. Can't stay away. I I can't go to sleep till I run up these bands. Go ahead.
And their sleep is taken away, unless they cause some to fall.
Right. Somebody gotta get this rock. You know what I'm saying? Somebody gotta get this rock. I don't give a damn. It could be my uncle, my auntie. Hey, somebody gotta get high off this rock so I can go buy these new J's. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
For real.
Gotta get a pair every week.
Read them.
For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence.
So they eat the bread of wickedness. So you know when they be like, yeah, we eating over here.
Right.
That's the bread of wickedness right there. That's why the end is always death. All right, get chapter 12, verse 26 real quick. Because all this stuff is engineered with the music, the media, and it's targeted to our people. Just like the war on drugs, it's the same thing, and it's targeted to our people. That's why you got the little babies and the, who else? The Young Thugs, who else? Trap artists. Yeah, everybody. 21 Savage. Yeah, Dolph, Quavo, Gotti. Yeah, they got whole albums about it. And they won't stop when they know damn well they not doing it no more. For real. Rapper from Arkansas, Bankroll Freddy. From Trap the Rap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Still, bruh. Read what you got.
Proverbs chapter 12, verse 26. The righteous is more excellent than his neighbor.
Believe it or not, it's better off being righteous. If you decide, and they'll tell you that, like, man, don't choose this life. They just won't say it in their song, but they'll say it like in an interview or something like, man, go to school. Because that's what they kids go to school. Gotti kids, Dolph kids, Jeezy kids, they go to college. They never touch dope in their life, and their parents make sure of that. You know what I'm saying? For real. It's better off just doing the right thing. You're going to be more excellent because you're not going to have to look over your shoulder every minute. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to have to constantly switch spots and use fake identities and put stuff in old girl name, and you know what I'm saying?
Right.
For real, all these damn different, there's many sorrows come with that life. Y'all just don't know. You know what I'm saying?
That's not the way.
You're not going to have to live like that. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be better off just going the regular route, getting married, retiring. You know what I'm saying? Having a family, a legacy, instead of your ass being a man for a little while, shooting some videos, having some diamonds and all that, and then going to jail for football numbers, a lineman or a linebacker. 56 years, 77. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Damn.
White man gonna call an audible on your life. You think you running it up. He, blue 42.
Let's change
Sit his
this.
ass down.
Damn.
No huddle. Damn. Read on.
But the way of the wicked seduceth
But
them.
the way of the wicked seduceth them. That's how the world is set up. You know what I'm saying? That's our vision. That's how we see it. That's success. That the money, the cars, the women, they got it. All they gotta do is baking soda, water, skirt. That's it.
In the kitchen.
Water with
They had a nice little jingle with it.
With the Yoda. You know what I mean?
Right. But we young as hell
That's
singing
it.
that.
That's all you gotta
That's
do.
that era, though.
I ain't gotta go to college. I ain't gotta study.
Right.
I ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta go to an interview.
Right.
All I gotta do is stand in the kitchen.
Exactly.
Right.
Be not deceived, man.
That's
Be
crazy.
not deceived. But hey, all praise to the Most High God. Look, hey, that's the topic right there, man. Trap and die.
Trap and die.
Lord's
nigga.
willing, y'all got edified. Lord's willing. It's meant for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that listened today, they needed to hear this.
Right.
Because you was battling. That's all you knew how to do. You was good at it. You know what I'm saying? You was trying to figure out what the hell would it take to make me not want to do it. Here you go, the word of God. It's showing
Yes, sir.
the end thereof is death. All of the stuff you're going to obtain living that life is going to vanish out of nowhere.
Right.
For real. But they setting you up for that. They laid that trap for you, bro. Don't be deceived, man. Keep the commandments of God. Point blank, period. Stop. Get Leviticus 25:17 real quick, then I'm going to let it go. Because you breaking this commandment right here. When you selling dope in your community, you breaking this law. Leviticus 25, verse 17.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 25 and verse 17. Ye shall not therefore oppress one another.
Do y'all know how it feel like for a child to have a parent on crack? You know what I'm saying?
Sheesh.
To have a relative on dope? You got to think about that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, with the wee hours of the night, somebody beating on your damn window, and it's your cousin. You know what I'm saying? That you love, that you grew up with. They beating on your damn window in the middle of the night, bugging the hell out. You got to damn near call the police on your own folks. This is the stuff that be happening. This the oppression that come for you trappers. For real. I'm trap. You oppressing the hell out of your people. You oppressing your people and causing a lot of people to be depressed. Read on.
But thou shalt fear thy God.
Read.
For I am the Lord your God.
Read on.
Wherefore ye shall do my statutes.
God said do his statutes. All right, not your guided lyrics. Read.
And keep my judgments and do them. And ye shall dwell in the land in safety.
You see that? God said all we got to do is do what he said, and we going to dwell in the land in safety. We ain't got to worry about Esau surveillance, SWAT team, narcotics, the ops trying to rob, you know what I'm saying, drug wars. We ain't got to worry about none of that if we kept the commandments of God and we didn't oppress one another. That's the solution right there. That's the solution right there. Apply the laws of God. For real. Y'all got something?
No, we good.
All praise to the Most High God. So like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, man. Comment, share. All right? Send it up. All right? Let the people know, hey, we still talking truth. Week in, week out. All right? Like we always say, you got any ideas or topics y'all want us to go in on, drop them. You know what I'm saying? What y'all want to be next? You know, y'all know we love to address stuff that the Christian church would never talk about, and we going to bring it out of the Bible.
That's right.
For real. All right, so look, hey, Lord's will we see y'all next Sunday. Most High in Christ bless.
Shalom, Most High in Christ bless.
Turn that bass up, Ace.
Get it and go, the game in trouble, everything that you know. It came with a struggle, we shine like gold. I came from nothing, the weight of the world, and we ain't pulling muscle. And we ain't pulling muscle. And we ain't pulling muscle, the weight of the world, we ain't pulling muscle. And we ain't pulling muscle, we get it and go, the game in trouble, everything that you know. It came with a struggle, we shine like gold. I came from nothing, the weight of the world, and we ain't pulling muscle. And we ain't pulling muscle. And we ain't pulling muscle, the Israelite man, the weight of the world. And we ain't pulling muscle. Hey. Hold the line, I prefer the meal, you can hold the fries. True gospel, you can hold the lies. I can see these demons like a poltergeist. When we left out of Egypt, they soul was crying. Now we headed to the promised land. We all in order like a marching band. Spiritual rock, your house built on sand. Hey, we get it and go. In the desert, you know that them heads gon' roll. Face the sun, put their heads on the pole. When Christ come, you know we all gon' know. New body and it ain't gon' fold. It ain't gon' fold. Got a new body and it ain't gon' fold. Hey, it ain't gon' fold. Join the discussion, take hold on the mission, refrain from sinning, and watch how we win in the doctrine we in it. My bro get the kingdom, and women and children, whole nation we need them, and sit on the throne like Paul and Peter. 12 games we in it, we hot off the meter. We all in one mind with a Spanish or Creole or English, we call it your city. Get it and go, the game in trouble, everything that you know. It came with a struggle, we shine like gold. I came from nothing, the weight of the world, and we ain't pulling muscle. And we ain't pulling muscle. And we ain't pulling muscle. The weight of the world, we ain't pulling muscle. And we ain't pulling muscle. We get it and go. The game in trouble. Everything that you know, it came with a struggle. We shine like gold. I came from nothing. The weight of the world, and we ain't pulling muscle. We ain't pulling muscle. And we ain't pulling muscle. The Israelite man, the weight of the world. We ain't pulling muscle.
From pushing bricks in Egypt to pushing rocks on the corner. From yellow fever to AIDS and gonorrhea, now we fighting with the Rona, but we ain't pulling muscle. Whoa, got lost in the shuffle. Then I pull out the Bible and pick up the pieces, treat it like a puzzle. If you a dog, this the mother. Shut up. I'm baptized, you just wet up. Running plays, this the setup. Mighty men never let up. This that David and Jonathan. Not a sprinter, marathoning in. Run it again. Okay, you get tired, just run it again. Hood back, I got reading, I'm running it again. I got preachers, I'm cutting again. Hiroshima, push the button again. I drop bombs, give me pumps, I got something to win. The kingdom at hand, only us can get in. I mean, we, the sheep, the reason why we hit the streets. Sheesh, learn the commandments and keep. Romans 13, wake up from your sleep. Game time, no, we down for the sweep.
Get it and go, the game in trouble. Everything that you know, it came with a struggle. We shine like gold. I came from nothing, the weight of the world, and we ain't pulling muscle. And we ain't pulling muscle. And we ain't pulling muscle. The weight of the world, we ain't pulling muscle. And we ain't pulling muscle. We get it and go. The game in trouble. Everything that you know, it came with a struggle. We shine like gold. I came from nothing. The weight of the world, and we ain't pulling muscle. And we ain't pulling muscle. And we ain't pulling muscle. The Israelite man, the weight of the world. And we ain't pulling muscle.